Hey everyone, it's Amberalycee here. I'm finally here to show you guys how I like to make my deep moisturizing hair butter, which can also be used as a body butter, as well as my moisturizing oil that I love to use to seal in moisture on my type 4 hair. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I make this, stay tuned. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Matthew 11:6. Alright, so I'm just going to be showing you guys the ingredients that I am going to be using for my butter. And I'm only going to show you guys the 4 butters that I use as a base. I think it's like 4 or 3. The first being shea butter. I'm also going to go in with cocoa butter, as well as mango butter. There are 2 new butters that I've tried. The 4 that I just listed are the base, and these are the ones that I used a long time ago when I used to make my own products for my hair. And the reason that I'm only going to be showing you guys the base butters is because I am currently working on creating a natural hair care line, because I really feel like my products, as far as my butters and my oil as well as my herbal infused oil, really do work very well for natural hair. And it is something that I want to be able to share with you guys and put out there into the world to really make a difference in the natural hair community. So these 2 butters that I'm putting in right now, I did not name them because they are actually 2 new butters that I'm trying out. This is a little bit different from when I used to make it back then. So I am doing like a trial phase, and of course I'm working on it with my skin and my hair, and I want to make sure that not only for me, but that it also works well with, you know, my sister and my friends that I have trying it. I never want to put something out there that is not really good. So these are just 2 new additions to the base butters. But here I'm just showing you guys that I'm going to be using the double boiling method. I'm going in with my emulsifying wax, and all that does is bring the oil and the water components together, because I am going to show you guys my water component. And so I'm pretty much just going to be walking you guys through how I make the butter. And this is a fairly simple process, and it doesn't take a long time. I mean, it takes some time, but the longest part for me is really just waiting for the butters to melt. So I pretty much just come periodically, and I like to mix around the oils and the butter, or the butter and the emulsifying wax, because I haven't added the oil yet. And so that's pretty much all I'm doing here. Now, while I am waiting for that to melt, I'm just going to go ahead and make my moisturizing oil that I like to use in conjunction with this butter on my hair. So I'm just pouring in my oils, and as I mentioned to you guys, I won't really be sharing too much, but I will tell you the common grapeseed almond oil, those are both in there. And then I have my other mixtures of oil. And if you guys are worried and you think that it's pointless that I'm showing this to you guys and I'm not even telling you what I'm mixing in, don't worry. Once my line actually comes out, I'm going to be more than happy to let you guys know what is actually in my product. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys me making it. And you can really make this all pretty much out of whatever are your favorite. I personally love the scent of rosemary, so I'm going to be using that as my essential oil. And no water or anything like that is in this, so I don't have to worry about adding any type of preservative. However, I did put vitamin E oil in there just because it is an antioxidant, but other than that, I didn't go in with a real preservative. So here I'm just going to be pouring this up, and then whatever I have left over, that is going to go into the butter that we're going to be making. So here now, I'm just going to be mixing up the rest of those butters that have finally melted down. And I think this took probably about 15 minutes. And I'm adding this into the water component. I just realized that I don't have the clip of me making this water component, so I need to make sure I go back and include that. But I hope I didn't delete it, because I am trying this out on my new camera. I added that to the room temp water component, and I realized that I should have warmed it up because it did kind of solidify and clump back together. So I just went ahead and mixed it up a little bit, and now you see me putting it back on the boiler, and that did get rid of the clumps in the product. So after that, I pretty much just took this and I stuck it in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and then I took it back out of the freezer and I went ahead and started whipping it together. So I think I lost that footage of me making my liquid component, so I'll just tell you guys very quickly what was in it. It's pretty much just distilled water, aloe vera liquid, glycerin, and I believe that's it. So I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys what was in it, since I guess I didn't press play on my camera. So that's what's in the water component. So while I wait for my solution to get back cold in the freezer, I'm just showing you guys my herbal infused oil that I have been talking about in my videos. I pretty much just used some hibiscus. I have horsetail in there and a few other ingredients, and then that same oil that you guys saw me make prior, I pretty much have that in there as my base oil, and then I have my herbs, and that one I did go in with vitamin E as well to make sure that the herbs don't go rancid. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. It's not ready to pour up. It has about a couple of more days, so once that's ready, I'll show you guys that. And I'm just pouring in the oil that we just made on camera together, and I put that into the butter mixture, and I'm going in with my liquid Germal Plus because that is the preservative, like the real preservative that I use, because we did use distilled water in the water component and you don't want any microbes or anything like that growing. I just got some rosehip oil that I picked up from my local Whole Foods, and that is what I'm using for my fragrance oil. So I'm just going to start mixing this, and I'm pretty much just going to mix this until it gets to a whipped consistency that I like. So I kind of whip it, and then I pause for a second, and then I start to whip it again, and then you'll start to see that it'll begin to get a little bit more fluffier. So in the next clip, I'm just going to be showing you guys me pouring it up in an 8-ounce container. This is probably the best formulation that I have come up with. I really think that those two new butters are definitely going to be a game changer, and I love this one a lot better than the regular one that I was using with just the 4 butters I showed you guys at the beginning. I was able to turn this into not only a hair butter but also a skin butter, and so far my sister has been loving it. So I'm very excited to give this to my friends who also have natural hair, to have them test this out both ways to make sure that they don't get any irritation before I decide to put this product out for you guys to be able to purchase. But I'm very excited about it. I think that it is very promising, and so far I have used this as well, and it is very good, I'm telling you guys. So if you want to see me demo this, I am going to be in my next video showing you guys how I use it on my skin as well as my hair, and I think you guys are going to be very well pleased. Alright, so in this clip, I am showing you guys my herbal infused hair growth oil, but right here I'm just showing you guys that I'm pouring up some more of my horsetail water that I showed you guys how to make in a YouTube Shorts video. The only thing I didn't show there, I forgot to show you guys, I add a preservative so that way the water can hold and no mold grows. But all I did was, for this oil, I let it sit for 2 weeks by a windowsill. You can either choose to let it sit by a windowsill, or you can allow it to sit in a dark area, like a dark room, whichever you prefer. And I just let everything infuse for those 2 weeks. And what I have here now is just my strainer, and then I put some cheesecloth inside of the strainer, and you saw me go in with the first pass where I poured out the oil. You can see it here. I'm just showing you how nicely infused everything is, and then I went back and I did this a second time because I really wanted to make sure that none of that extra gunk got through and all I was left with was the oil. So I'm just showing you guys me pouring it up. Like I said, I'm giving this to my sister as well. So I have 2 that I poured up today, and I had a little bit over, I'd say 8 ounces. I think I had about 10 ounces because both of these were full. These are both 4-ounce bottles, so I was able to get about 2 and then a little less than half in another bottle. But I put this in an amber color bottle, and that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to show you guys and include this because I said I would. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, please do give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.